Cooey, it's Louisa Munson from Feel Good Astrology. Hello, welcome back. How are you? How are you feeling? Now, Cancer, and this is quite a big month for you because we've got the full moon in Cancer. And in this 5-minute forecast, I need to somehow break down the energies of the full moon that's taking place on, is it the 6th? In fact, let me just tell you the time. I've got these notes here. Hang on. Where is it? Aha, yes, the 6th of January at 23:07. And we've also got the new moon. So I want to talk to you about how the moon flows are working for you, because obviously the moon is your ruling planet. Now, as you go into January, it feels like there's lots of patterns coming up for you. Not necessarily comfortable patterns, but if you're going really deep on this, you should notice or begin to notice, because Pallas Athena's retrograde, you've also got a Lilith in your sign as well. And it just feels like there's a lot of resentments, lots of hidden resentments. And in this month ahead, you're actually being given the keys to understanding where it's all coming from. Like karmically, where did it start? Like what's showing up in your life right now? And in fact, what's showing up in your patterns right now? It's not from right now. That's the thing. Because the whole sign of Cancer is about history. It's about the ancestry. It's about what's happened from our mum and our dad and our nan and our granddad and blah, blah, blah. And then there's these stories that just kept getting told again and again and again. So I would ask you, Cancer, right now, what stories are you playing out in your mind? What's going on? Because when the full moon comes on the 6th, and we've got a bit of a lead up to it right now, the lead up to this full moon is that these patterns are coming up, and you do actually have the chance to understand them if you feel emotionally able to do that. It's an opportunity, a really big, like a clearing opportunity is coming up. For you to absolutely clear those old patterns that are coming up again and again and again. Now, how are these patterns coming up? Well, it's in relation to others, because the sun, which is in opposition to the moon at the time of the full moon, is in the 7th house, to do with all your relationships with other people. Everyone is kind of under scrutiny right now, and there's a lot of projections going on between you and other people. Mercury is retrograde there, so the way you think about other people is likely to be confusing and different, and maybe it's time to actually recognize that your old thoughts need to be reworked, because that is what happens when Mercury goes retrograde. You've also got Pluto and Venus there in the 7th house, sort of urging you that, like, where you've got these very strong feelings about people, you might want to ask yourself, where does this really belong? Like, where's this coming from? Because this full moon could be super activating for you on the 6th. And during that time, you're really feeling it in your body. And the worst thing you can do right now, actually, from my perspective, as I'm looking at this, is keep the resentments in your body. You don't want to do that. You want to let them go if you can. So there is definitely some potential for shifting going on. Now, as you come into this year, there is a lovely energy that, if you can learn to trust, there are people around to help you. There's emotional support, and it's coming from really unusual places, places that don't necessarily feel that secure, granted, but this is a year where everyone's being asked to trust just that little bit deeper. Now, in the 9th house, that area of our sort of spirituality and our understanding of what's going on in the world, it's been quite confusing. We've got like Neptune there, you've got Juno there, you've got Vesta there, and Jupiter has just moved out of there into the 10th house. But it feels very much like there has been some confusion as to where your place in the world is, and how to play out your life right now, because it just feels a little bit unsafe, a little bit unspecified, and very, very unboundaried. Last thing that I really want to comment on then is that as we're going into this year ahead, Mars is retrograde in your 12th house. It's like there's aggression coming up within you, but it's in a blind spot. It's really hard for you to put your finger on it and to really know where it's coming from. From the 12th, things should start to work their way out when you'll get a chance breakthrough. And then on the 18th, as Mercury stops being retrograde and goes direct again, it will start to feel clearer. So I would say just hang on in there very soon, especially after the new moon. I said this is going to be 5 minutes. It's going to be a little bit after. The time of the new moon is a chance to let go some of that guilt, shame, blame, and anger that you're feeling for yourself, but also that you're putting on other people. So go lightly and enjoy as much forgiveness and love, self-love as you can. Anyway, that's enough from me. Hopefully that was useful. If you want to contact me, it's louisatannermunson@gmail.com or www.feelgoodastrology.com/store. Anyway, lots of love to you, Cancer. Bye.